Okay, guys, so today we're going to look at these Sula and the flavor Pear Drops. We want to know, are these conducive for a ketogenic diet? Why? Because they're frequently found on the low carb aisles. Stay tuned. Okay, guys, so these have a sweetener isomalt in them and sucralose. So looking at this, again, it says 3.1 grams per serving of one sweet for 3.2 grams of weight. Now, I suspect that this is sugar-free. Obviously, we want to find out if it's going to affect the ketogenic diet. I suspect it will have a very, minimal impact because it has isomalt and sucralose and with some pear concentrate. And I believe that these Sulas are going to actually have no impact on the actual ketogenic diet for ketone production. But I'm going to take one and try to see if it has any impact. And I believe overall there will be some carbs in this, but I don't believe they're going to be all hitting you. Isomalt, I think, hits your body as carbs about 10% to 14%. It doesn't hit some are like sucralose is zero pretty much, and while others are like 50 to 75% like maltose. So this one has isomalt, and I believe these are pretty safe. Now, okay, so I'm going to open these up. The Pear Drops, Sula is the brand. So it's the first time I've had one of these, so I want to try them. So I'm going to try one and then test it to see as long as how it goes. And then probably another time I will probably consume a whole lot and see if it actually, has an impact, because I have a feeling it will not impact. Okay, so there's the packet there, open. And there's the product. One of these. So let me try it now. Have a quick aroma. Oh, it does smell of pears. Yeah, there's definitely a sweet pear smell there. Let me have a go. Oh, wow, yeah. Yeah. When I was a kid, I used to have Pear Drops all the time. I used to love the old sweets. And mm, the strong pear flavor coming through. I think these actually taste better like real pear, better than the normal Pear Drops. Pear Drops were sweeter and a bit more sugary. This is more of an intense pear flavor. Very nice. Mm, mm. Oh, yeah, this is tasty. So that's one sweet, and it says 3.2 grams. I'm going to finish this off and then obviously test my ketones later. I suspect this is going to be nothing at all, really. It's going to be very minimal. It says 3.2 grams on here. I suspect because you have the isomalt sweetener, the pear concentrate will maybe have some impact there, pear juice concentrate. But you got sweetener as isomalt and sucralose, and that's the number one ingredient. The ingredient there is the sweetener, which is isomalt, and that's going to be about 10%. So I reckon this is, I could eat the whole packet, and it probably wouldn't give me, or eat 10 of them, and it probably give me the 3.2 grams maybe. So I'm going to finish this off. It's absolutely delicious. For flavor, I'm giving it 10 out of 10. This is a very strong, pure pear flavor. It is awesome. It is nothing like a normal kind of pear drop. In fact, it is much stronger. Imagine a pear drop with actual pure concentrated pear juice. So, okay, guys, 10 out of 10. And then what we're going to do the ketone test to see if it has any impact on the ketones. And at the same time, we're going to then go on to the packaging and ingredients to understand more about it. Okay, guys, it's going to be 2 to 3 hours for me, 1 second for you. See you in a second. Okay, guys, so back from the ketone strip test, and urinalysis showed quite clearly there's no problem whatsoever with those Sula Pear Drops. I had 10 of them in the end, so I ate 10 of them, and I've done the test, and it's had zero impact to slow it down. It seems I've moved deeper into ketosis. So again, I suspected that because it was isomalt, which is has a very, very small impact for carbs, and also at the same time, sucralose, which has zero. So again, a fantastic, sweet, very tasty, deserved a 10 out of 10. Tasted like pure pears. Excellent there. Green lights ahead, guys. So we're going to now go on to the ingredients. See you later. Okay, guys, here we can see the packaging, and you can see, obviously, that it looks like a lovely little product, a little packet of them. So as I said, I ate 10 of them just to show that the isomalt was not going to have much of an impact on your blood sugar. And we'll see that in the ingredients. So pear drop, natural flavors, no preservatives, awesome. Sugar-free sweets with sweetener. So sweetener is exactly, what is giving you this very low amount of carbs, the isomalt. Sula is the brand, and it's 42 grams per serving. So 10 of them I ate, and no problem there. So 42 grams overall. Sugar-free pear-flavored sweets with sweetener. Ingredients: sweetener, isomalt. There you go. That's the one that has pretty much, I believe, it's about 10 to 14% actually goes through as carbs, and the rest does not. So you're pretty safe there with the actual amount of carbs. So that's said 3.2 overall, but we'll see that in the ingredients later to see how it breaks down with polyols. So acid, you have lactic acid, natural flavoring, acidity regulated sodium lactate, pear juice concentrate, which is absolutely fantastic, and it tastes great. I love that strong pear flavor. That is fantastic, and that's how really most sweets should be made. They should be pure, they should be strong, they should hit you hard. Yes, they're going to be more expensive, but so much more enjoyable. But there are so many cheap alternatives now. Coloring foods, we've got carrot juice concentrate and spirulina. So coloring foods, we have carrot juice concentrate and spirulina concentrate, and we have sweetener, sucralose. So we have two sweeteners there. Sucralose is zero impact. You're totally safe with sucralose. And then isomalt is about 10 to 14%. It may be less in some the circumstances. So again, no problem with it at all, and that's why, because isomalt is pretty safe in that you can't eat it, constantly. It will cause issues like digestive, maybe bloating and stuff like that if you eat loads and loads of it, or laxative effect. And this is true because I've experienced that myself before. I've eaten a whole bag of them with that, and it does bloat you out, and you do get a bit of diarrhea. No real big problem at all. You just, as I said, you get a little bit of diarrhea. Okay. Now, no artificial flavors or colors, allergens, gluten-free. Excessive consumption may produce laxative effects. It certainly does. And not suitable for children under 3 years of age. Great. Don't put it in. I would say, to be honest with you, anything that is slightly chemically, you really shouldn't be exposing children until they stop growing. And obviously teenagers then being from a child to a teenager to an adult. So I wouldn't give anything like this. It should be all natural until they're 18, or for a girl, or 21 for a man. They stop growing that way. Okay. Here we have the nutritional information. Typical values you have per sweet, it's 3.2 grams per weight. And we understand there you have fat, which is 0.1 grams, of which saturates 0.1. Okay. There's nothing problem there for us. Carbohydrates, 3.1 grams. Now, jumping in here, we've got of which sugars, 0.1 gram per sweet. Now, if that's only that low, as I said, if you eat 10 of them, you've got 1 gram of real sugar hitting your blood sugar. You've got no problem there whatsoever. See this here, of which polyols, 3 grams. So the main idea there is that you can turn around, you can say, okay, well, 10% of that is 0.3 grams. And if that's going to hit me as well, overall, you've got 0.3, you're times that by 10 sweets that you ate, is 3 grams, plus times in the sugars as well, and that's 1 gram. Yeah. So you can see there, obviously, you've got 1 gram there, and you've got the polyols as well, overall for the 10%. So whole idea is, yes, you'll be getting, maybe 4 grams impact onto your carbs, but also overall, you have to understand it's not too much of a problem, because it's about 3 to 4 grams for most standard keto snacks. Now, fiber 0.1 grams, protein 0.1 grams, and salt 0.01 grams. So that's really good news. Salt is actually very low. Again, salt is vital, so I'm not going to ever diss salt. And you just don't want it to go over, like 10 grams and stuff like that. If you're an athlete, you need about that kind of level. So you don't really, worry. That's why it's always so important that if you have any conditions, or if you're unsure, ask your family doctor, because they can always advise you. They know your body inside out. They should be able to say, okay, you eat way too much salt, you're going to have problems, blah, blah, blah. Or no, you don't really eat that much. Eat more, you know, help yourself. Or you're getting headaches, that's why, because you got too little. So whole idea here is that we can see that it seems pretty fantastic. I mean, I've got, okay guys, so back to me. And so fantastic snack, 10 out of 10. The flavor is awesome. That's why it's the 10 out of 10. The side for the ketogenic diet, you can eat 10 of them, and it's going to give you about 4 grams. So the whole idea there is that, yes, it's still a fantastic little snack. Eating 10 of those is a lovely big, you know, benefit there. Absolutely delicious. It's like pear drops on another level because it's such a pure pear flavor. Awesome. So well done to Sula. You've made a very good product. Now, if you want to buy them, there's a link down there in the description. Thumbs up, please, and subscribe. Okay, guys, see you on the next one.